How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Welcome back, folks. We had spotted some lightning. There was a short little delay, but we are back getting ready to kick off tonight's highly anticipated opening game of NHC play between the Homestead Spartans and the East Noble Knights. Let's look at some of the stats here. Entering today's game, Dylan Fuller from East Noble leads the Knights with 131 yards rushing on 40 carries and 2 touchdowns. Passing-wise, Logan Ormsby is one of the tops in the area after 2 games. He's completed 33 of 59 passes, only has 1 interception, 794 yards passing. He's averaging nearly 400 yards a game and 10 total touchdowns. Very, very impressive for Logan Ormsby, the senior quarterback at 6'1", 185 for the Homestead Spartans. Bryce Wolf is back for the East Noble Knights. Bryce is a senior at 6'1", 185. He has completed 31 of 48 passes for 378 yards. He has 5 interceptions and 5 touchdowns on the season. Looking at some of the top receivers in the area, it starts with Ben Skroniak for Homestead. He is a junior at 6'4", 205. He has 9 catches and 321 yards receiving on the season. John Lark also has 9 receptions for the Spartans with 165 yards receiving. Leading East Noble is Nate Ogle with 8 catches and 70 yards receiving. Jake Torrey with 6 receptions and 99 yards. Ben Skroniak leads the area in scoring. He's got 6 touchdowns, 36 points. Right behind him is Norton from Bishop Dwenger with 5 touchdowns and 30 points overall. Gunnar Goebel has 2 fumble recoveries for Homestead. It's one of the tops in the area. Only Rinker from Leo's got more. Interceptions, we talked about that a little bit earlier. This East Noble defensive backfield, that's really going to be a neat matchup today with Ormsby and Skroniak and this East Noble defense. Next week, the Knights will take on DeKalb before facing Carroll. The Chargers and New Haven also look to figure into the NHC Conference Championship race. So East Noble will host DeKalb, then we'll be at Carroll, always a tough place to play with Neon Nation. They pack the house there at Carroll. Then we'll host Norwell and Columbia City before traveling to New Haven and Belmont. That is the East Noble Knights. For Homestead, next week they will travel to Columbia City before hosting Belmont. Then we'll go to DeKalb. October 3rd is their rivalry match against Carroll High School. They'll wind up the season at home against Norwell and New Haven. That New Haven matchup, another highly anticipated one for Homestead. Last year, New Haven winning the NHC title outright for the first time in the school's history. Last week in the NHC, it was Belmont 44 and South Adams 6. Carroll beating Huntington North 10-0. Columbia City beating Whitco 43-20. DeKalb taking on Garrett and winning it 26-20. Heritage over Norwell 31-21. Homestead went up to Valpo. We talked about that a little bit earlier. Winning that one 39-12. New Haven 48, Lakeland 8. And East Noble dropped a heartbreaker 25-24 versus Warsaw. See the captains there in the center of the field for the Knights. It's number 8, Austin Holliday, a senior at 5'10", 170 at DB. Number 16 is Dylan Jordan, a senior at 6'1", 170, defensive back wide receiver. Got number 15, Bryce Wolf, the senior quarterback, dual threat for the Knights. And number 6 is Keaton Osborne, 6'1", 245, fullback and DN. For the Homestead Spartans, it's number 25, Gunnar Goebel, the defensive back, second team NHC a year ago. Suffered a neck injury against Carroll, but recovered and returned midway through the basketball season. So Gunnar Goebel, watch out for the senior. Number 13, Logan Ormsby. Number 66 is Benjamin Lutz, along with number 56, Eric Elston. Eric Elston, a senior at 6', 225, O-lineman and linebacker. Lutz is a senior at 5'7", 200, D-line, O-line. There you see the fantastic student section from Homestead. Definitely one of the best in the area. When you think of student sections, you think of Bishop Dwenger, you think of Carroll, Homestead, Concordia, Snyder. A lot of great student sections out there. We were at Southside a week ago for the Snyder matchup. The Archers with a very great representation from their students in that game as well. So, but it does not get much better than what you're seeing here at Homestead High School with their students. Once again, we are at Dave Walters Stadium. Kickoff time here is 7:40 with 12 minutes on the clock. We are in the first quarter. A short lightning delay, but we're ready to go here. And to kick it off, it's going to be Jack Dugan, number 8, a senior at 6', 205. Back deep for the Knights, it's number 3, Jake Torrey, and number 1, Dylan Fuller. And it's off. Dugan's kick is received at the 6-yard line by Fuller. Fuller finds a little bit of a seam. Big hit there just over the 20-yard line. Looks like that's going to be a return of about 17 yards for number 1, Dylan Fuller. So that'll bring up 1st and 10, ball at the, look to be the 23-yard line. And out for the Knights, it is Bryce Wolf, the senior. 2 wide receivers up top in motion. That's number 3, Torrey. Handoff goes, and a huge hit by number 25 for the Spartans, Gunnar Goebel, picking up right where he left off a season ago, where he was second team all-conference. Got a loss of 1 on the play. We'll bring up 2nd and 11, ball at the 22-yard line. In the backfield with Wolf is number 1, Dylan Fuller, just offset, trips to the right, handoff, nope, fake handoff. He keeps it himself on the read option. Once again, Gunnar Goebel bringing him down to the turf. Short gain on the play by number 15, Bryce Wolf. Looks like a gain of 2. We'll bring up 3rd and 9, ball at the 24. Homestead coming out, looks like a 3-4 defense with their big nose tackle, number 62, John Schlowski. Big defensive end is number 79, Zach Alexander. As Wolf's gonna lob it up in the air. Nice looking pass, just a bit behind number 16, Dylan Jordan. Jordan had a beat on his man. I believe in coverage that was number 21, Noah Meeks. Great route there and a nice looking throw, just a little bit too much loft on that ball by Bryce Wolf. Once again, the pass intended for Dylan Jordan. So Wolf in the backfield has got Fuller to his right, and he's going to kick it himself, angling to the right. It's going to roll out at about the 47-yard line. So an angle kick there by Bryce Wolf. You see that a lot. We saw it last year on the NAIA level a lot where they're going to keep the quarterback in there. They figure a pooch punt, when you don't have a returner back deep, that pooch punt can roll an extra 15 to 20 yards, end up with a 40-yard punt anyways with a zero threat of a return. So we'll look to see if Bryce Wolf will continue to do that for East Noble. So it's 1st and 10, ball at the 48-yard line, 10:36 left to play here in the first quarter, and that's Logan Ormsby, number 3, and lined up behind him is the tailback, number 23, Jeffrey Watson, a senior at 5'10", 170. We got trips right and a wide receiver up top. That's number 85, Carlos Sanchez. He is a speedster. We got a chance to see him at the St. Francis Friday Night Lights camp, and he is fast. Ormsby's going to keep it. Pass out into the flats, goes to number 28. That is John Lark, the senior at 6'1", 165, listed as a wingback, a slot receiver. Big pickup. It's going to bring up second and 1. Ball placed at the 39-yard line, very close to the 38. So it's really about 1st and inches here for the Spartans. So they're looking over to the sideline for the call. Homestead quarterbacks wearing the red hats. We've come to know that of the Notre Dame quarterbacks. They wear the red hats on the sidelines. Handoff is going to be kept by Ormsby, who keeps it himself. As he was going down to slide right around the 30, he was hit hard by Dylan Fuller. Nonetheless, that is a first down, a pickup of about 9 for Logan Ormsby. Will bring up 1st and 10, ball at 30 with 10 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Once again in the backfield is Jeffrey Watson. Number 14 in the slot is Jonah Watson. We've got a spread formation. Handoff goes to Watson. No, it does not. Once again, Ormsby keeps it himself. And that's a close call there by number 6 of the East Noble Ninth. It's Keaton Osborne going to make the tackle there. Got to be careful not to grab the back of that jersey and bring him down with the horse collar. Loss of 3. It was a great play there by the East Noble defensive end, Keaton Osborne, who goes 6'1", 245. Watson lined up right next to Ormsby. In motion is Watson. Pass going to go to number 28, who's going to bust it outside and escapes the tackle of number 5, Ben Deo. Eventually driven out by Dylan Fuller. So number 28, John Lark, with some nifty moves there in the open field, just spread it out too wide as he was eventually taken out of bounds by Dylan Fuller. Spread formation once again. Ormsby out of the shotgun formation. Number 23 is Jeffrey Watson. Number 14 is Jonah Watson. Jonah's the inside receiver at the bottom of your screen. Jeffrey Watson, the tailback. Offset right to Ormsby out of the shotgun. Ormsby looking downfield. He's going to tuck it and keep it himself. Slides down to right about the 27, 26 yard line. That's going to bring up a 2nd and about 4. It's like 2nd and 3. No, excuse me, 4th and 7. Ball at the 27. Ormsby out of the shotgun, once again, spread formation. Jonah Watson, Jeffrey Watson is the tailback. Wide right is number 10, Skroniak, and the pass is going to go to him. Good looking fade right at the front pylon there for Ben Skroniak. But great double coverage there by East Noble. In with the coverage, that's Ben Deo, the senior at 6'2", 200. It's going to take a big safety like that to shut down Skroniak, the 6'4", 205-pound receiver who has yet to be shut down this season. So East Noble takes over, 1st and 10, ball at the 27-yard line, 8:21 left to play here in the first. Bryce Wolf with the handoff, hit right away by Gunnar Goebel once again. taking the handoff was Nolan Wibble, a junior at 5'8", 175. Gunnar Goebel with 3 tackles unofficially already in this game. We're just in the second series. Kind of reminds you of Landon Feichter, the safety from Purdue, who got in the second half last week and started making tackles left and right for the Boilermakers. Wolf with the play action in the flats. He finds Ben Deo. Deo's going to take it all the way to the 36-yard line. That should be good enough for a first down. Deo proven to be quite the weapon here for Coach Luke Amstutz, once again in his 3rd year with the team. Pistol formation. I believe that's Dylan Fuller lined up behind Wolf. Wolf's going to hand it off, and it's not. It's number 2, Wibble. Wibble got hit hard, but picks up about 8 yards in the process. So that will bring up a first down and 10 from the 43-yard line. We got a tight end left. Bunch package, 2 tight ends. Wibble in the backfield. Wolf rolling out to his right. Pass was overthrown, intended for number 9, Colton Williams. And Williams, eeks, too much traffic there to be throwing the ball up that high. Kind of hung him out to dry there. Wolf will get him back, I'm sure, with a nice pass later in this game. Ben Deo lined up right now as the left tight end. Number 42 is the right tight end, Nathan Ogle. 2 wide receivers up top. Handoff goes to Fuller. Nice cutback, heading back towards the center of the field was Dylan Fuller, the junior at 5'10", 195. Good vision there by the junior. As he did not opt to go to the sidelines, he cut back towards the traffic and was able to pick up an extra about 10, 12 yards. Great play there by the junior running back. Wolf takes the handoff. Once again, it's Fuller. He got a fumble picked up on the turf by, looked like Keaton Osborne, number 6. And Osborne's going to come up with it. Also in on the scrum was Nathan Ogle, number 42. That's going to bring up a, looks to be about a 2nd down and 4. Ball on the 34, 6:34 and counting. Nolan Wibble in the pistol formation lined up behind Wolf. Handoff goes to Wibble, hit right away by number 35 for the Knights, Carson Tuttle, a senior at 6'190", the linebacker. So Bryce Wolf, a lot of play action, a lot of rolling out. We have not seen him run the ball as much as we've seen from Logan Ormsby, the quarterback for Homestead. Wibble split out just to the right of Wolf. Wolf left-handed toss is caught by Jake Torrey. Torrey's going to take that ball inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line. So 1st and 10, ball at the 29, 5:45. Wibble in the backfield, double tight formation, 2 wideouts, 1 to the left, 1 to the right. Up top is number 3, Jake Torrey. Down below, it's number 9, Colton Williams. Deo, the left tight end, handoff goes to Wibble, and we got whistles blown. Looks like a false start. And we got the wave going with the Homestead band as they're just finishing up. And the student section also getting into their chant. Big student section there for Homestead. Players gotta love it, getting support from their classmates. So that penalty will drive East Noble back 5, 1st and 5 now from the 34. Wolf over to Deo. Deo cutting up middle. Beautiful spin move as he finds a seam in the center of the field, breaks a tackle, and is brought down at the 5-yard line by number 28, John Lark. for Homestead, but wow, what an electric play by number 9. Excuse me, Colton Williams. Colton Williams cut it up into the middle of the field, ran right down the seam. Big gainer of about 28 yards. So now the handoff goes to Fuller, who's going to bust it out wide left, breaks the tackle, in for the touchdown. Dylan Fuller and the East Noble Knights get on the board first here with 4:40 left to play in the first quarter. East Noble up 6-0. Beautiful play there by Dylan Fuller as he took the handoff, had plenty of green, just had one man to beat at the goal line. That was number 18, Jack Van Burke, and he plowed over into the end zone for 6 with the extra point. That's number 21, Jared Teeters, and it's good. So we got the East Noble quarterback down there, Bryce Wolf, just loving it, loving the work that he's getting, the production he's getting from his offensive line. Down there we see number 60, Weston Boyles. Number 69, that's Nick Babyak. Number 50, Caleb Cook. It's like number 62, Ethan Magg. And number 73, Hayden Weber. Folks, East Noble graduated 4 senior offensive linemen a year ago. That was a question heading into this season. No question on that drive that East Noble can run the rock and can block downfield. Great start to this game by the Knights and their coach, Luke Amstutz. With the kickoff, it will be Jared Teeters, the senior. Back deep for Homestead is number 28, John Lark. And that looks to be number, as that ball is going to roll out of bounds. 85, Carlos Sanchez, also back there with Lark. So Homestead will get the ball 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line for their second possession here in the first quarter. Coming out at defensive end. For East Noble, it's number 55, Lane Wicker. Nose tackles, number 65, Sid Napier. And the opposite defensive end's number 6, Keaton Osborne. In the backfield for Homestead's number 38, Landon Drunell. Shotgun formation for Ormsby. He's got a split formation. Handoff goes to Drunell. Drunell showing a quick burst of speed right up the gut as he takes that ball all the way to about the 43-yard line. Gain of about 8 on the play, should bring up 2nd and 2 from the 43-yard line. 4:22 left to play here. Once again in formation, or that was Watson. Drunell, beautiful stutter move as he has some green here on the near sideline, takes it all the way to the 35-yard line. Folks, that right there is the patience you need from your running back to allow his offensive lineman to make those big holes. That little stutter there by Drunell proved costly for the Knights, as Homestead now is sitting in good shape here, 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. 4:05 and ticking. Drunell in the backfield, pistol formation for Ormsby. Handoff once again goes to Drunell. Going to ride his blockers all the way up to the 31, close to the 30-yard line. Number 38, Landon Drunell, showing quite a burst here. And it looks like we could have another stoppage in play here, as it looks to be a little bit of lightning there. So we'll have a half-hour delay, and we will be back with you shortly. And welcome back, everybody. This is, well, about 12 hours later. East Noble got on the board first when Dylan Fuller took the handoff, went around the left end for a 6-yard touchdown, putting the East Noble Knights up 7-0 at the 4:40 mark. There is now 3:51 on the scoreboard. We are in the first quarter with East Noble leading. Homestead does have the ball, and we are about 5 minutes away from resuming this game. Once again, last night, Friday night, there was lightning all around Fort Wayne, and being out here on the west side of Fort Wayne, here at Homestead High School, the most beautiful David Walters Stadium, just a fantastic complex here on the campus of Homestead High School. But there was lightning all around, and since we're on the west side, we got it first. A lot of games got to get into halftime, into the third quarter, and I'll have some of those scores for you here shortly. But out here, we had a 30-minute delay before the game even started. Then we were able to get close to about a little over 8 minutes into the first quarter, being on the west side of town. And we had to shut it down right after Dylan Fuller scored his touchdown for the Knights. Dylan is a junior at 5'10", 195, plays running back and linebacker. Folks, some of the scores from last night: Heritage down Woodland in a highly anticipated matchup there in the IHSAA. Heritage winning it 27-7. Carroll knocked off Norwell 22-19 after being down big in the first half. Wayne's on top of Concordia 26-14. DeKalb 6, New Haven 0. Can't say enough about DeKalb first-year coach Pete Kemp, who has the Barons 2-0 right now, taking on 2-0 New Haven, and they've got the Bulldogs right now down by 6. So Pete Kemp, congratulations, great job with you and your program. Keep up the great work. Bishop Dwangers up on top of Northside 22-12 in the third quarter. Garrett on top of Cherubusco 14-0 in the first. Columbia City 15-7 over Belmont. Bishop Lures 43, Southside 0. Snyder 37, Northrop 0. Southside really going through the gauntlet here to start off the season for their first year coach Roosevelt Norfleet. They opened up with Dwanger, then had Snyder, and now Bishop Lures. Bishop Lures is tough this year. Folks, this is always, it's hard to call it a rivalry game. Homestead obviously a big rival with Carroll High School, but these two programs have been atop the NHC for many, many years, and they play here in week number 3 as both teams open up with non-conference schedules. Right now, Homestead with a 2-0 record. The Spartans currently in the AP poll ranked number 15th in the state. Carroll ranked at number 10 in the state. In the coaches poll, both of the Fort Wayne area schools are left off the top 14. So that's kind of a testament to the Metropolitan Conference down there in Indy. Really looking to get some of our Fort Wayne teams represented in that coaches poll. Homestead trying to make a case for it today against a very tough East Noble team. Of course, East Noble is ranked number 11 in the AP poll. In the coaches poll, they're ranked number 13. This is Class 4A. Fort Wayne Bishop Dwenger ranked number 4. New Haven ranked number 6 in the AP poll. As we get ready to start back up here in the first quarter, 3:51 on the clock. It's 2nd and 6. Ball at the 31-yard line for Logan Ormsby and the Homestead offense. With Homestead to start this series, we got to see a lot of Landon Drunell, number 38, the running back, and he has been fantastic. A big body at 5'7", 180. He's got a quick burst out of the backfield, and Homestead is rolling right now, well, as it was 12 hours ago. Split out wide, we got number 85. That is Carlos Sanchez. Drunell to the left of Ormsby. John Lark up to the left in motion. That's Watson. As Ormsby looking downfield in the center of the field. Had Lark and it's intercepted. That's Dylan Jordan, the fantastic safety for the Knights. East Noble picking up right where they left off. Number 16, Dylan Jordan, a senior at 6'1", 170 pounds. He read that all the way and jumped right in front of that pass for the interception. East Noble with 9 turnovers that they forced in week 1 against Northrop, a big win, 38-13. And Jordan has the Knights with 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line, 3:21 left here in the first quarter. We're going to get to see Bryce Wolf out of the shotgun. We got a pistol formation as trips are right in formation, or in that's number 42. The handoff's going to go to the touchdown maker, Dylan Fuller. Big hit as coming up hard was Chase Mathis, the senior safety at 5'11", 150 for the Spartans. In motion previously was number 42 for the Knights, Nathan Ogle, a junior at 5'11", 230 pounds. He's a tight end. Double tight formation, 2 receivers up top. Pistol formation, play action pass for Wolf, and that was nearly intercepted by number 25 for the Spartans, Gunnar Goebel. Gunnar Goebel, who was a feature story this past week by Wayne TV and Joe Whalen, their fine broadcaster. He got hurt last year in the Carroll game. It was a spinal injury, but he was able to recover, and he's been training hard, was able to rejoin the basketball team last year, and here he is. And folks, this is a fantastic safety, Gunnar Goebel, number 25. He goes 6'1", 190. I believe he was second team All-NHC last year. He's got that safety's body that can really play at the next level. Here you see him in the box supplying that 4, well, it's more of a 3-4 look as he's going to come down. Look for maybe Goebel to rush Wolf. Wolf rolling out. A little swing pass into the flats to Dylan Fuller, who cuts it out wide. Gain all the way to the 49-yard line. That's a gain of about 12 yards for the running back, Fuller. There you saw Bryce Wolf. He's going to roll out a lot. Doesn't really stay in the pocket much. It really gives him the option to take off and run, as both of these quarterbacks are dual threat quarterbacks. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line, 2:34 and counting. Fuller with the handoff, cuts it back. Really like the vision here of the East Noble running back. As you saw him, he's going to cut it back inside to pick up the extra 5 yards instead of breaking it out wide where some tailbacks think that they might be able to take it to the house. A lot of times the percentage is to cut it inside and pick up the 5-8 yards. It's going to make your coach happy. So 2nd and 5 from the 46-yard line as Wolf looks to the sideline for the call. We got Nolan Wibble in the pistol formation, double tight with wide receivers to the bottom and top of your screen. Wolf looking to number 3, Jake Torrey, and he's got Torrey, who's tackled right away by number 21, Noah Meeks, the junior cornerback at 5'9", 145 for the Spartans. Once again, the Spartans are coached by Chad Zalman. Zalman, who is in his 11th year at Homestead with an 87-25 overall record. Coach Luke Amstutz in his 3rd year at East Noble, a 17-7 overall record at East Noble. Third and 4, 119 on the clock as we got a split backfield right by Wolf. Wolf going to fake the handoff and take it himself up the gut. He's got room to run as he takes it down just over, or just in front of the 35-yard line. Looks like a gain of about 8. Bryce Wolf with the read option there. Did a great job as he saw the middle open up with the tackle. I believe that was number 24 for Homestead, David Meredith, who was trailing on the play but did a good job of catching up and limiting the gain. 1st and 10 now, ball at the 37-yard line. We are inside 1 minute to play here in the first quarter. Wibble right behind Wolf. Stepping back off the line, that's number 42, Nathan Ogle. Now they got a heavy left formation as Whipple takes it and goes right around Ogle's block. Ogle blocked 2 players on that play. He had number 45, Hunter Terrell, and number 5, Chase Mathis blocked. So a great job there by Ogle, who was set up at the right tight end, came off the line and lined up as a wingback on the left side right behind number 6, big Keaton Osborne, who is a all-conference defensive end for East Noble. Once again, the exact same thing as we are heavy to the left side. Whibble's gonna cut up, and he is met right away. This time, number 45, Hunter Terrell, was not fooled. The sophomore at 6'2", 180 linebacker. Get you pretty excited when you see a young linebacker like Hunter Terrell, who's got the frame to really fill into what could be maybe a Division I type linebacker when he goes 6'2" and 180 pounds. He could be up to 215 by his senior year under Coach Chad Zalman's guidance and preparation in the offseason in the weight room. So that will be fun to watch, folks. The sophomore, number 45, Hunter Terrell. And that's going to bring an end to the first quarter as East Noble holds the lead 7-0. Once again, that touchdown was scored about 12 hours ago, Friday night. Actually, a little over 12 hours ago, is that right? As Dylan Fuller took it in from 6 yards out to put East Noble up 7-0. Folks, I am Jeff Mahoney bringing you the play-by-play, and up here on the camera, yesterday we had Eric Humphrey, and today it's Otto Brochet. Otto is a producer at the Allen County Public Library, and he has been instrumental in helping us get these games on Comcast Channel 57 and Frontier Channel 27. The games will replay every Saturday at 10:30 a.m. And once again, that is Fort Wayne Public Access 2, Comcast Channel 57, and Frontier Channel 27. If you're at home, well, currently right now, you would be watching a replay of Bishop Dwenger at Concordia from last week, and also an outstanding soccer match, Canterbury boys at Carroll, the Young Cavaliers winning that one 4-0. Next week, look out for the Southside Snyder game, the Carroll and Snyder girls soccer match, and then we'll try to get this game up for you as well next Saturday. Time permitting, we will have this game up for you, and also the first half of the Concordia and Wayne game, where Wayne was taking a commanding lead. So now we are starting the second quarter, 3rd and 8 from the 35-yard line. That's Wolf with a split backfield handoff. He's going to keep it himself. Gunnar Goebel right there with the stop. Also in on the tackle was number 66, Benjamin Lutz. He is a senior at 5'7", 200 pounds. Lutz getting good penetration there from his nose guard position. Defensive ends for Homestead are number 79, Zach Alexander at 6'2", 260, and that looks to be 75 at the opposite DN, Drew Erhammer, a junior at 6'1", 220. Wolf with the punt, and beautiful punt as that's going to drop at the 9. Knight's got to get down there. And folks, that's a play where you're really wanting to run up to it and swipe it back with your hand so one of the other players can kneel on it, diving after it. Your body momentum is going to take you into the end zone there. So good coaching opportunity coming up for Coach Luke Amstutz in the film room with these Knights. Once again, a great punt there by Bryce Wolf. And you see that a lot of times. I shouldn't say a lot of times, but you do see that a bunch where, the quarterback will stay in there on 4th down. Therefore, the opposing team cannot get a kick returner back there. And Bryce Wolf showing that he can do it with his legs, passing, and punting as well. So Homestead's got the ball 1st and 10 at the 20. That's Logan Ormsby. Right next to him is Drew Nell, John Wolf. And the pass is going to go over to Carlos Sanchez. And that looks like it hit the turf, and it did. As we had a great view up there, referee right on the spot. at the 25-yard line to call that one incomplete, so that'll bring up 2nd and 10, ball at the 20-yard line. As we are 46 seconds into the second quarter. Lark and Carlos Sanchez split out left. Up top, that's Ben Skronek and Watson. The handoff goes to number 23, which is Jeffrey Watson. Number 14 is Jonah Watson. Nice gain on the play as Jeffrey Watson took it up the gut. Looks like about a gain of 5. Should bring up 3rd and 5, ball at the 25. Called the 24 3/4 yard line. Ormsby's got Jeffrey Watson behind him. Jonah Watson split out with Brent Skronek out right. The pass is going to go to Skronek and hits him in stride. Beautiful feed by Logan Ormsby. And the big wide receiver, Ben Skronek, number 11 at 6'4", 205, picks up the first down for the Spartans. You know, when asked who his favorite quarterback was, Ben Skronek said his uncle, Trent Green. Of course, Trent Green was a fantastic quarterback for the greatest show on turf. He was there in St. Louis before Kurt Warner, and that ball is lobbed up for Sanchez, just overthrown. So that'll bring up 2nd and 10, ball on the 42. So I thought that was really neat there. Ben Skronek said his uncle was his favorite quarterback, and that's Trent Green. That was a story by Christina Aguayo, their WFFT local. She's always got fun stories, and she says flat out, Logan Ormsby to Ben Skronek is a QB to wide receiver combination to look out for the rest of the season. I have to agree with her, as these two have racked up yards. Heading into this game, Logan Ormsby has thrown for nearly 800 yards, and Skronek has caught nearly 350 yards as the handoff goes to Ormsby's going to keep it himself. That read option, great look there as he gets it over the 50-yard line. Looks to be about a gain of 9 yards to the East Noble 49. That's going to be just short of a first down. They place the ball at the 50. Will bring up 3rd and 2 for Logan Ormsby. And we got a timeout by Coach Amstutz as he comes out to the field, and he is going to take a look at Ben Deo, the senior at 6'2", 220, a huge part to this team. And Deo looks like he's favoring that right leg a little bit, just limping off. Not sure if he took a cut block there, but nice applause from the faithful here that have come out to support these two teams today. This place was getting ready to be packed last night, a great environment before the Lightning had to cut it short. So we got 3rd and 2, ball at the 50. Ormsby with Jeffrey Watson right behind him. He's got Skronek and Jonah Watson out right, Lark and Sanchez to the left. Pistol, Ormsby, bad snap. He's just going to have to fall on it. Heads up play there by number 13, not trying to pick that ball up and run for extra yards as it squibbed right on the turf. Coach Chad Zalman not going to be too happy with that miscue right there. And I'm sure some of the fields here in Fort Wayne are very soggy, but this brand new, newly installed Next Turf, absolutely beautiful turf here at Homestead High School. And the punt is off. That was number 15, Drew. Looks like it's going to roll backwards. Homestead needs a pop down on it. That was Gunnar Goebel and Drew Kazee with the punt. So Homestead's going to want to make sure, Drew Kazee. Homestead's going to want to make sure they get themselves between their punting team and the ball so they can reduce the risk of something like that happening. That ball touched down and then rolled back towards Homestead. And I believe their punter not too happy with that one as he lost a few yards. So that'll bring up 1st and 10 from the 27. Handoff is a fake handoff. Going to keep it himself is the QB. Number 15, Bryce Wolf. Short gain for Wolf. Chase Mathis with the tackle for Homestead. 2nd and 6, ball at the 31. We got trips up top to the right, handoff goes to Fuller. He's met right away by a host of Spartans. About 4 Spartans in on the tackle. It looks like the first one to get there was number 84. And that is Moses Gerardo. Gerardo, a sophomore at 6', 180 linebacker. Some strong sophomore linebackers here for the Spartans as he's now lined up in the 3-4 as the outside backer up top, Gunnar Goebel, the outside backer at the bottom of your screen. Inside linebackers are number 45, Hunter Terrell, and number 55 as Wolf takes it out of shotgun. Quick throw to number 9, and he makes the man miss. He's going to pick up about 2 or 3 more yards. That is Colton Williams, a senior at 6', 170. Great job by Colton Williams receiving that pass and making one guy miss. Shifty move by number 9. So that'll bring up 1st down and 10. Ball at their own 45 for East Noble. Wing to the left, running back just to the right as the handoff goes to Fuller. Fuller breaking tackles. He's going to take it all the way to close to the 50-yard line. Gain of about 4.5 on the play. The other inside backer for Homestead is number 55, Nathaniel Lemke, a junior at 6', 255. Handoff once again to Fuller. Fuller met right in the hole by Gunnar Goebel, number 25. Gunnar, unofficially, I've got him at about 5 to 6 tackles right now, and we got 6:40 left to play in the second quarter. As I mentioned yesterday, kind of reminded me a little bit of Landon Feichter over there at Purdue. Feichter, who had to sit out, I believe it was the first half of their opening game against Western Michigan. He came into the game and right away was making tackles left and right. So 3rd and 5, ball at the 50. Wolf is going to send Wibble in motion, and the pitch goes to Wibble. That was a forward pass as he is hit hard by number 5, Chase Mathis, the senior at 5'11", 150. We have seen some hard hitting in this game, and Mathis looks like he took out the chain gang too. We're going to have to get that equipment fixed, as Mathis is really causing some havoc here at Dave Walters Stadium. And we got a officials timeout. It looks as they're going to bring over a new set of chains because that chain is flat out broke in half. I have never seen that, but it was a big hit and makes sense. Wow. So the sticks literally, and you can see they're seeing where it broke in half. Not sure if there's a connector piece right there or if he just broke that thing in 2. I have never seen that. Otto, the cameraman, has not seen that as well. Maybe we'll ask Coach Solomon after the game if that's ever happened. And folks, that right there is a reason why you always want to have a heads up here on the sidelines, because the play can come to the sidelines. We saw where Charlie Weiss had got hit on the sideline when he was coaching Notre Dame, and he tore an ACL. He was in a golf cart the rest of the year. So you need to have your head on a swivel at all times when the game is going on and you're down there on the sideline. 6:13 left to play as we got a break in the action. They're going to try to get this taken care of. Homestead Athletic Director Joe Updegrove Tough decision for Joe last night, whether or not he was going to call or postpone the game. At the time, other games were going on in the area, but as I said earlier, we're so far out west of the Fort Wayne area that we were getting lightning first here before they were getting it in the city. And Joe made the right decision, but it's like he was saying, you know, if I postpone it, you know, next thing you know, the skies will clear up. If I don't postpone it, then we'll have more lightning delays. Tough decision, and he definitely made the right decision by keeping the fans and the players and the students safe. And here we are. It is a beautiful Saturday afternoon. We've got 11:20 a.m. and honestly, better conditions to play in today as there is a nice breeze. Temperatures in the low 60s. The sun's starting to come out a little bit. Last night, it was humid. Last night, it was just very, very humid. As you see, the news crews are down there. They're probably thinking, wow, I've never seen this before either. Let's make sure to get a shot where the stick broke in half. Credit that one to Chase Mathis. He'll have a story to tell his friends. Man, I hit the guy so hard that the sticks broke. So that's always going to be a fun story right there. As we're getting ready to resume action here, 1st and 10 at the 45, 6:13 left here in the second half. And that's Bryce Wolf, the quarterback, pistol formation. Behind him is Dylan Fuller. We got a 2 tight end set as he's going to roll out left, pulls up, lob pass to Fuller. That pass was just thrown a little bit wide to the right as that pulled Fuller into out of bounds territory. But we saw that last night too, where Bryce Wolf, he had his wide receiver. These wide receivers are able to get separation from the cornerbacks. They're open. Just got to get those passes on the money. So 2nd and 10 ball at the 45. Handoff goes to Fuller. Fuller's got a seam. Gonna pick up about close to 5 yards. With the tackle on the play was number 74 for Homestead, Jeff Bilbrey. As you see, 2 new defensive linemen coming into the game. Defensive linemen are constantly rushing the quarterback, and they're trailing the play. More than almost any other position, you'll see defensive linemen sub it in and out. Wolf rolling out to his left, and he's brought down by Gunnar Goebel. A big loss on the play. Looks like about 14 yards. Gunnar Goebel can't say enough about the second team All-NHC safety from a year ago. He has been flying around all over the field, and he has been lined up at outside backer in this game. Back deep is Carlos Sanchez. Folks, this guy has got speed. Lots of speed for Carlos Sanchez as Wolf's going to do this little pooch punt again. This time, not much happening as it's trailing towards the south sideline. He gets a little bit of a bounce. Ball is going to be down at the 32. So that's, you're in a part of the field right there where a traditional punter might be better off. Not sure if Wolf is their punter right there. He was lined up pretty close to the line of scrimmage. But on the long 4th down conversion, you got to believe that was punt right away. And that's exactly what Homestead was thinking when Carlos Sanchez went back deep. So with a very athletic quarterback like Wolf, and I was saying this last week when you got C.J. Morris as your punter, you know, always look to that rugby punt. It's really kind of something neat. In that situation, you really just wanted to kick it away because they were pinned back deep. So Ormsby takes the hike. He's going to go downfield for Ben Skronik, who nearly makes a spectacular grab. Now, he'll tell you he should have caught that one from the get-go, as that looked like a nice pass by Logan Ormsby. He knocked it up in the air and kept it alive for himself. You know, when you look at Ben Skronik down there on the field, you can't help but think of Seth Coate, who played for Homestead 2 years ago. He is now at the University of St. Francis. And the one thing about these tall wide receivers, once they catch the ball in the open field, they've got a very long wingspan, so they're able to stiff arm defenders, and it's really hard to tackle them in the open field. Handoff goes to Durnell, right side, and Durnell looks like he's going to pick up about 8 to 9 yards, nearly for a first down. That is Landon Durnell, and I really like this running back. He's got a low center of gravity. You can tell he's a very stout young man there. Is Landon Durnell at 5'7", 180. Handoff goes to Ormsby. Once again, True Durnell, and meeting him in the backfield was number 24 for the Knights, David Salazar, the junior at 5'9", 205, linebacker. So you keep on going to the Landon Durnell well, and Homestead picked up on it. Their defensive coaches were on that one right away as number 24, David Salazar, blitzed in there and made the tackle. Punt is off back deep. That's number 16, Jordan, who's already got an interception in this game. Beautiful roll this time. As you see, Gunnar Goebel was positioned perfectly to where if that ball would have kicked back, he would have been on it. So a good kick there by Drew Kazai, the sophomore, at 6'2", 160. And they have East Noble pinned deep in their own territory. It'll be 1st and 10, ball at the 15-yard line. Once again, double tight formation, 2 wide receivers up top for Bryce Wolf, the quarterback. Right next to him is Fuller. In motion is Ben Deo, the big linebacker. And also in motion is number 3, Jake Torrey. It's kind of neat how they set the wall up for Torrey there and they set him in motion. But Homestead was not fooled as Gunnar Goebel was right there to make the stop. Looks like a gain of about 1 or 2. Chase Mathis was there first to make the stop for the Spartans. Brings up 2nd and 9. Short gain on the play. Ben Deo, right tight end. As Wolf takes the handoff. Quick throw, and it's just a little bit low to Jake Torrey.
Wolf's pass is incomplete, brings up 3rd and 9 for the Knights.
Looks like they had a little, like a hook route there at 5 yards. Dylan Jordan into the game now. The safety with the pick earlier. And tight end left. Wide receiver split out wide to the left. Wolf lops it up for Jordan once again. Just a little bit too much mustard on that ball. So that's going to bring up a 4th and 9 punting situation deep in East Noble's territory.
Preliminary indication is ineligible receiver for East Noble.
And we got a flag. It's ineligible wide receiver on the play. I'm thinking it's going to be declined. Absolutely. Coach Zolman says, hey, they're getting ready to punt. We already got them pinned back deep. Field position is a very, very important part of football, folks. No doubt about that one. Bishop Lures in week 1, arguably they took the loss because of the field position that they got in the 4th quarter. That punt's going to go off the foot and rolls out of bounds right around, I think they're going to spot it, wow, at the East Noble 36-yard line. So the Homestead Spartans, with an electric offense, only needs to pick up 36 yards to tie this game up at 7, and there's 2:44 left to play in the 2nd quarter. So Logan Ormsby has Jeffrey Watson in the backfield, John Lark and Carlos Sanchez spread out to the left, Jonah Watson and Skronik split out to the left, and the handoff goes to Watson. He's hit right away by number 6, Keaton Osborne, the All-NHC defensive end. And he's got one of those face masks that just says, hey, I'm a tough player. You're going to have a heck of a time dealing with me in this game. We saw Steven Tuitt, the fantastic defensive end for Notre Dame last year, wearing that face mask. So 2nd and 11, ball at the 37. Ormsby takes the hike out of shotgun, and he's got Sanchez, hits him right in stride. He's brought down by number 80 for the East Noble Knights. That is Josh Glass. Sanchez showing off his speed. Ormsby showing off the gun as he put it right on the numbers. Once again, pretty close to being a horse collar there. And we got 1st and goal from the 10 for the Homestead Spartans. So it looks like a pistol alignment for Homestead with Jeffrey Watson lined up behind Ormsby. Spread formation once again. Same personnel on the field for Homestead. They did not like the look that East Noble was giving them, so Coach Zalman's going to take the time out. East Noble, in this situation where you're going against a spread team, it's wise to get that nickel formation in there. When you get closer to the goal line, you can bring in more of the big guys, but you saw at 1st and goal at the 10, Homestead stayed in the spread. So as a defense, you gotta get your DBs out on those wide receivers, which could open it up for Jeffrey Watson to carve up the 10 yards to pay dirt through the middle of the field. It's going to be exciting to see what Coach Salmon draws up here along with his coaching staff. Dakota Aloso, Mike Emerson, Greg Gale, Sean Harkness, Don Lines, Jeff Livensparger, Travis McGee, Tim Messel, Nick Middleton, Chris Niedenwick, Ron Rhea, Bill Skelton, Matt Taylor, and Ron Wise are your assistant coaches for the Homestead Spartans. Now they got their big tail back in. That's Landon Drunell. In motion is Lark. Handoff goes to Lark. Good block by Watson, but Lark took it out wide. Watson had his blocker walled off. Lark would have needed to cut it up to utilize that block there. Really, it was just good pursuit by the East Noble defense. Looks like Dylan Jordan was in on that tackle for the Knights. Once again, the spread formation to the wide side of the field. It's Lark. Lark going in motion. Fake handoff. And they're looking for Watson. Jonah Watson. Beautiful catch. Is knocked out of bounds at the 1. A lot of weapons here for this Homestead offense. Jeffrey Watson, Jonah Watson, Ben Skronek, Carlos Sanchez, John Lark, Landon Drunell. Drunell reminds me of the running back from Bishop Lures, Damian Brow. Another shorter running back, very stout, as Ormsby takes the handoff. Ooh, Drunell was hit right away by number 1, Dylan Fuller. We have seen some hard hitting in this game. This just goes to show you why this matchup every single year is marked on people's calendars as a game of the week or a game to look out for, because these two teams will leave it all on the field here in the NHC matchup. As we got a timeout, 44.6 seconds left, and East Noble's up 7-0. I'm going to jump to the Twitter here and see if we have any updates. I know Concordia and Wayne was set to kick off at 10:30. Wayne had the 26-14 advantage over a young and very talented Concordia team. Wayne, boy, they have size and athleticism with Keon and Deion Powers, and then Austin Robertson, the defensive end tight end. who had 6'5", I believe he's right around 240 pounds. He's got Division I looks from some of the biggest schools in the Midwest, like Notre Dame and Michigan. So too does Austin Mack, the wonderful wide receiver from Bishop Luers. And Angola leads Fremont 12-0 at the half. Penn rolling over Elkhart 43-0. Folks, next week, our game of the week, Joe Parsons will have the broadcast. It'll be Penn at Snyder. Look out for that one. Snyder has been looking good this year. In motion, that's Watson, who takes the handoff, and this time was able to run over Dylan Fuller for the touchdown. Jonah Watson, after receiving that great pass and getting knocked out at the 1-yard line, this time takes the handoff up the gut. Jonah Watson plunges in, and we've got a 7-6 score. In to attempt the point after is Jack Dugan, the senior, at 6'205", looking to tie this ball game up with 40.8 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And it's up. And it's good. Beautifully splits the uprights. So Jack Dugan ties this game up with 40.8 left in the second quarter. So the scoring goes, in the first quarter, it was a handoff to Dylan Fuller, who ran around the left side. He had plenty of green to work with. His speed carried him into the end zone, and we had a point after by number 21, Jared Teeters, to put Homestead up 7-0. And then you just saw Jonah Watson. Beautiful play up the gut. And with the PAT, it was Jack Dugan. We are tied up at 7 with 40.8 to go. Back deep for East Noble, it's number 1, Dylan Fuller, the touchdown maker, and number 3, Jake Torrey. Now they have 3 up men, does East Noble, and number 24, David Salazar, number 6, the big defensive end, Keaton Osborne, and number 42, the tight end, Nathan Ogle. To kick it off for Homestead, it's number 8, Jack Dugan. Dugan's kick is off. It's short, going to be received by Dylan Fuller at the 8, and he's just riding his blockers, and he's got him. He's going to continue to go forward all the way up to the 40-yard line. So that was a return of about 28, 29 yards. And a lot of times you see with the kick returners, they want to bust it out wide so that they can get that big kickoff return for a touchdown. Not Dylan Fuller. He did the wise thing. Take the ball upfield and ride your blockers. There you saw he had a caravan of Knights that they were able to, get about an extra 12 yards after first contact because he was with his blockers. This is a team game. And as strong and as fast as you are as a kickoff returner, you have to have patience, and you have to let your kickoff return team build those walls and create those lanes. So Bryce Wolf on 1st and 10 from the 39, his pass was in and out of the hands of Jake Torrey, had nothing but Spartans all around him. It's kind of a good thing that pass was incomplete. Pretty dangerous. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. Ball at the 39-yard line. 27 seconds left here before the break. Wolf, right behind him is Nolan Wibble. Trips to the right. Handoff goes to Wibble as he is hit in the backfield. Big hit. Was that Gunnar Goebel along with number 79? And you see how quickly his teammates went to him. I'm sure in the back of their minds that the teammates remember what happened last year, and you can definitely tell has not affected Gunnar Goebel, as he is playing like any true football player would, And at this level, you know, you really have to play 110%. So East Noble's going to let the clock wind down as we are going to head into the break, tied up at 7. What a great game, folks, we have here on the campus of Homestead High School, David Walter Stadium. We got 15 minutes on the clock. We're going to take a break up here in the booth and stop the recording. We will be back with you for the second half action here. Once again, East Noble 7, Homestead 7, NHC matchup. We will be back with you shortly. And welcome back, everybody, to Homestead High School, David Walter Stadium, for the first NHC game of the year. NHC matchup between the Homestead Spartans at 2-0 and the East Noble Knights at 1-1. We are tied up at 7 and getting ready to begin the third quarter. Getting the scoring started for East Noble. Once again, it was number 1, Dylan Fuller. A 6-yard touchdown run around the left end at the 4:40 mark of the first quarter. Put the Knights up 7-0. Then just moments ago, working with a short field, Homestead's number 14, Jonah Watson, took it up the gut for a 2-yard plunge with 40.8 seconds left before the break to tie this game up at 7. Jonah Watson is a junior at 5'10", 165, listed as an inside receiver in that spread formation. We've seen Homestead stay with the spread here in this game. They've got a couple different options here where they can bring number 38, Logan Drunell, in the backfield with Logan Ormsby. Excuse me, that was Landon Drunell. They can bring Landon in the backfield with Ormsby to supply a little bit more of a power running attack. They can also bring Jeffrey Watson in the backfield and then have John Lark split out as a wide receiver to be a little bit more dynamic on offense. East Noble has shown a very stout defense in this game, led by number 6, the defensive end, Keaton Osborne, along with their great safety, number 16, Dylan Jordan, who goes 6'1", 170. Jordan with an interception to start this game off here today, as we started with a little over 3 minutes left to play in the first quarter, as many games were postponed around the Fort Wayne area after last night's lightning and thunderstorms. Up next for these two teams, Homestead will travel to Columbia City. That's a 7 p.m. start. East Noble will host a very tough DeKalb team, as they're proving to be early in the season under their first-year coach, Pete Kempf. Now, they just lost the lead, as I found out that New Haven scored and are up 7-6 over the DeKalb Barons. Some other scores from around the league: you got the Bulldogs on top of DeKalb, 7-6. That's at halftime. Penn leading Elkhart Central 43-14 with 1:22 left in the third. Remember, Penn will be at Spooler Stadium next Friday to take on the Panthers. The Panthers with a 2-quarterback system right now, Colton Painter and Isaac Stiebling. Isaac Stiebling, the junior, they say he's never lost. Not at the freshman level, not at the JV level, and now on the varsity level, he's just a junior. And Snyder's rolling right now, 3-0, heading into that game with Penn. Of course, they got some dynamic weapons there, do the Panthers, with Malik Williams, Bramley, and Just a great DeAndre Billingsley, the running back, just a great bunch of skill position players and a big offensive line, as they normally do over there at Snyder. So here to start off the third, we got Carlos Sanchez, number 85, and John Lark, number 28, back deep. The upmen are number 1, Connor Fitzharris, and number 22, Matt Anderson. To kick it off for the Knights will be number 21, Jared Teeters, who also handles the field goal and PAT duties for Coach Luke Amstutz. 12 minutes. Here in the third. Coach Amstutz on the sideline, pumping up his team as Teeters kicks it off, and it looks like we might have an offsides here by the kickoff team. That is not going to make Coach Amstutz happy. As we talked about, in a game like this with two very evenly matched teams, field position could be the difference maker in this game. And you saw where Homestead started with the ball, I believe it was at their own 37, 39-yard line, and took it in for the score to tie this game up right before the half. So East Noble's going to get pushed back 5 yards. We'll see if they try another squib kick here to keep it away from Sanchez back there in the back line. Of course, Connor Fitzharris is lined up right in front of Sanchez, and he has shown some dynamic ability as well, as Fitzharris is a junior at 5'7", 150. And it is another squibber taken by, I believe that's number 40 for the Spartans, Adam Lutz. Lutz doing a good job of just falling on it. The sophomore at 5'8", 180. And what field position here for the Spartans, as they're going to start off on their own 46. You could not ask for a better start to the third quarter for Coach Chad Zalman and his team. So first and 10 from the 46, and that is Jeffrey Watson in the backfield with Ormsby. Ormsby out of the shotgun, spread formation. He's got Lark and Skronek out wide right, Sanchez and Lark spread to the left. And that's Jonah Watson up top. Fake handoff, pass goes over to Lark. Lark a little bit behind him, catches it and is able to pick up an extra 8 yards. So a big play here on first down for Homestead. That's a gain of about 24 yards there for the Spartans. It's going to bring up first and 10 ball at the 32, as this high-octane offense is really starting to come together here in the latter half of the second quarter and here to start the second half. In the backfield, once again, that's Jeffrey Watson, Jonah Watson, Skronek split out wide to the right. Spread formation, Ormsby looking downfield, this time over to Sanchez. Sanchez had such a cushion there. The DB was about 5 yards off him. He's going to take it all the way down to the 6-yard line. Gain of about, they're going to say down to the 9. So gain of 23 on the play. You cannot give Sanchez that much cushion. And I believe the DB is afraid of Sanchez getting behind him. Sanchez was able to make a cut and pick up big yak yards. So first and goal from the 9. Ormsby once again into the air. Threw it behind Jonah Watson. Watson doing a good job of coming back to the ball. Just could not haul that pass in. Great body control there by Jonah Watson, putting himself into position to make that grab. Just couldn't hold on to it. So that'll bring up second goal from the 9. Folks, you do not see it very often where you've got this artificial turf with 0 soccer markings as Homestead has a beautiful soccer stadium right behind this stadium. Second goal from the 9, Ormsby. Once again going to the air. He's going to keep it himself, and he is knocked out of bounds. That was number 9 and number 24 for East Noble, Colton Williams, and number 24, David Salazar, knocking Ormsby out. Good pursuit there by the East Noble defense, as it looks like Ormsby got maybe a gain of about 1. Will bring up 3rd and goal from the 8. So spread formation in the backfield is number 23, Jeffrey Watson. Ormsby looking for Jonah Watson. Good looking pass, just a little bit high, and Ormsby had to thread the needle there as East Noble had Watson blanketed. Good goal line stand there by the East Noble Knights, as coming out to attempt the field goal is going to be Jack Dugan. Dugan attempting a 25-yard field goal at 11:01. Snap is good, hold is clean, and that kick just gets in the right upright. Jack Dugan coming up large here, giving Homestead the lead 10-7. So it took just 1 minute and 4 seconds for Homestead to get back on the board. Jack Dugan, 25-yard field goal. Of course, the Spartans starting off the second half with great field position, as they had their ball at the Homestead, I believe it was 46-yard line to start the 3rd quarter. So Dugan will come out with the kickoff, and he's going to kick it off from the right hash. Back deep for East Noble is the touchdown maker, number 1, Dylan Fuller, along with number 3, Jake Torrey. Right in the middle of the up men is Keaton Osborne, the big DN. So Homestead from the right hash, they have 5 defenders to the left, 5 to the right of Dugan, as that's received right at the 2-yard line by Fuller. Fuller following his blockers, and now he's going to cut it out and stand up the gut. Jack Dugan with the tackle. Not sure if there was face masking on the play, as Fuller takes it all the way to about the 39. Fuller still down on the turf as Dugan came up. I'm not even sure if he saw him. That would have been the time to kick it out wide there for Fuller. Yep, and Homestead's going to be called with face mask. This is a very good kickoff return unit. They know how to get the yards, and just riding that wall of blockers, Fuller had a seam open up here on the right-hand side. He, at first glance, cut it outside, then cut it back into the middle where the kickoff man, Jack Dugan, was waiting for him. I'm not sure he even saw Dugan, and we had a face mask on the play, so that's going to tack on another 15 yards. So East Noble with outstanding field position here to counter Homestead's to start the second half. They're going to have the ball at the Homestead 46. First and goal from the 46, or excuse me, first down and 10 from the 46. 2 wide receivers split up top. Down low, it's number 9, Colton Williams. 2 backs in the backfield, a wing back and the running back, as the pitch goes to number 2, and he's got room to run. Nolan Wibble, and hello, Mathis, Chase Mathis with the big stick. But there's a flag, and he might get called with a taunting penalty there, a personal foul. And yeah, they're going to call a personal foul on Mathis. And that's tough. I mean, That's the play you dream of right there. If you're a defensive player, especially a safety, coming up and just a perfect, picture perfect tackle, it's gonna get you excited. You're gonna come up, go and celebrate with your teammates. Do not celebrate in the face of your opponent. Maybe you wouldn't get the flag there. So it's now 1st and 10 from the 27 after the personal foul. In motion is number 3, Torrey, and that's Wolf looking for his big tight end, number 42. Nathan Ogle just a little bit out in front of him. And we've got another flag on the turf. Coach Amstut's pretty animated on the sidelines. Looks like 2nd and 10 from the 27. And I think that flag was just being picked up. So Wolf, right next to him is Wibble, number 2. In motion, number 3, Torrey. Pitch goes to Torrey. Torrey riding his blockers all the way to the 15-yard line. Gain of 12 on the play for number 3, Jake Torrey, the junior at 5'9", 175. What a great job showing a nice burst and patience, letting that play develop. Leading the way was number 2, Nolan Wibble. Wibble once again in the backfield with Wolf. Offset to his right. Ogle now tight end right, 2 wide receivers up top. Handoff to Wibble on the read option. Not sure if Bryce would have kept that one, if he would have had that extra room there on the right-hand side.
Tackled by Carson Thomas.
Back into the game for East Nobles, number 6, Keaton Osborne. Keaton, a senior tight end left. Wibble in the backfield, pistol formation for Wolf. That's Ogle, the receiver at the bottom of your screen. Lobbed up for Ogle, fighting with the defender. Great positioning there by number 22, Matt Anderson for Homestead. Anderson is just a sophomore at 6'3", 170. Another great body there in the defensive backfield at 6'3", 170. And just a sophomore, so he'll fill into his frame as well. 3rd and 9, ball at the 14. Wolf in the shotgun's got Wibble right next to him, Ogle in front of Wibble. And the pitch goes to Wibble. He's got nothing but green. And fighting his way all the way down to the goal line. I think he is just short of cracking the goal line. And there is a flag in the backfield. Not sure if that's in the area of holding.
17-yard line.
It was a gain of 13 by Wibble.
Holding against East Noble.
And it is holding on East Noble. That's going to back them up, so we're going to have a replay of 3rd down. This time it's going to be about 3rd and 14, I believe. As the ref's going to spot this ball at the 27-yard line. And the Knights need to get to about the 6-yard line for a 1st down. So we got 3rd and looks to be about a little over 20 yards here for a 1st down. Wolf looking downfield. It's got Ogle wide open, and he hits Ogle, who's brought down at the 4-yard line. What a play! Bryce Wolf to Nate Ogle, picking up the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal for the Knights. Gain of looked to be about 21 yards on the play. That's what they needed for a 1st down, and they got it. Ogle putting his hand in the air. He said, "I'm open, hit me," and Wolf did. 1st and goal from the 5. Ogle in motion. In the backfield is Dylan Fuller. Handoff is going to go to Fuller, who tries to cut it up and spins. He's going to get down to the 2-yard line. Gain of about 3 on the play. Should bring up 2nd and goal from the 2. Fuller's going to stay in the pistol formation. David Salazar playing off the wing there as Ogle's going to line up. So they got a heavy formation to the left as Fuller takes the handoff and follows the block of Nate Ogle in for a touchdown. East Noble back on top, 13-10, 8:19 left to play in the third. Nathan Ogle, the left tight end, once again just creating a wall for number one, Dylan Fuller, with the touchdown. PAT attempt by Teeters is up and good.
That's the point by Gary Tellers is good.
So Dylan Fuller got the scoring started for East Noble in the first quarter with a 6-yard touchdown. That time just following his blocker, Nathan Ogle. Also back there with him was number 24, David Salazar. And what a great drive there as East Noble started with great field position right around the 46-yard line of Homestead to start that drive after the face mask penalty on the great return by Dylan Fuller. Dylan Fuller proven to be a great weapon for Bryce Wolf. I am very impressed with number 15, the quarterback down here. Bryce Wolf really commanding his offense. You see him right down there with some congratulatory for his offensive linemen and the rest of his skill position players. Bryce Wolf is the kind of quarterback you want, a rah-rah guy here, getting it done with his feet and his arm on the field. Really a positive force, you can tell, on the sidelines for his team. That is Bryce Wolf, number 15. The senior quarterback at 6'1", 185. Teeters with the kickoff, 8:19 left to play here in the third. Sanchez going to receive that ball at the 5. Looks like he's going to return it up to the 17. And you understand what Sanchez was doing there. There's no doubt about it that that kick was going to touch down and probably kick out of bounds. But Sanchez, with that electric speed, was wanting to catch it on the run as he knew he had some green in front of him. Just a little slick on the turf. Not sure if there's any moisture still from last night's rain, but Sanchez was only able to pick up about 2 to 3 yards on that return. Brings up 1st and 10 from the 18 for Logan Ormsby, who's got Jeffrey Watson right behind him. Looking for Lark, going deep for Sanchez. Beautiful pass as Sanchez picks that ball right out of the air. That's a gain of about 20 all the way up to the 38. Sanchez is fast, and Ormsby's got a great arm. Ormsby at 6'1", 185, pretty much mirroring Bryce Wolf, his opposing quarterback. Once again, spread formation. This personnel has been used the majority of the game for Homestead. When they get closer to the goal line, look out for Durnell. In motion is Lark. Handoff to Watson. It's a fumble, and East Noble's got it. Number 5, Ben Deo, jumping on that ball for the Knights. And once again, East Noble will have great field position here in the third quarter. 7:49 left. It's going to be 1st and 10, ball at the 38. So 1st and 10 from the 38 for Bryce Wolf. He's got Dylan Fuller, who's already got 2 touchdowns in this game. The handoff's going to go to Jake Torrey, and Torrey in the backfield is met by number 75, the big defensive end, Drew Erhammer. Drew Urhammer is just a junior at 6'1", 220. Outside backer there for Homestead's number 24, David Meredith. Wolf, he's got Ogle near sideline. Big gain on the play. We got a first down. Looks like a completion of about 15 yards. So it'll be 1st and 10. Ball at the 32-yard line. Nathan Ogle, what a great tight end, and the great weapon for Bryce Wolf is Nate Ogle. Double tight set, 2 wide receivers up top, pistol formation with Fuller in the backfield, and we got a whistle by the ref. Luke Amstutz talking with the referee here near sideline. Up top for the Knights is number 9, Colton Williams, along with, I believe that's Nolan Wibble, number 2. Could be number 3, Jake Torrey. Once again, double tight end set. Keaton Osborne, the opposite tight end, as he comes off the line, goes in motion. He's in a wing position as Fuller is going to ride him and Ogle. Nice gain there by Dylan Fuller, churning up positive yardage. In on the tackle looks like Mathis, along with number 79 for the Spartans, Zach Alexander. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6 after the gain of 4. You'll take a 4-yard gain every time on first down. Once again, Osborne coming off the line in motion to the wing set with Ogle, the tight end. And they're going to do the exact same play as this time, snuffing it out in the backfield. That was number 66 for Homestead, Benjamin Lutz. Osborne is going to come off the field, and onto the field is Ben Deo. So double tight end set once again for East Noble. Wide receiver up top and on the bottom. And the pass is going to go a little bit high for Colton Williams, and we got a flag. Looks like they had that play too. The pass was just a little bit too high. This was a wide receiver screen.
Ineligible receiver downfield again.
And we got an ineligible receiver. That's going to bring up 4th down and 7 after that play was declined. And East Noble's going to go for it with the double tight formation. Fuller right next. They're trying to draw Homestead offside. Play clock at 17. And Coach Amstutz is going to take a timeout. If his team can punch it in here, or at least get 3 more points on the board so that they have a 7-point lead. Homestead's definitely got the electric offense to make it happen, but we've seen in this game that East Noble can chew up the clock. They've got a really good run game. They've got the horses down low in that 2 tight end set with Nate Ogle and Keaton Osborne, along with Ben Deo. Those are some fantastic linebackers / defensive end types that are really getting it done in the blocking game for Coach Luke Amstutz. This is a powerhouse team working out of a double tight formation, running that read option attack with their quarterback, Bryce Wolf. They got him in the program listed as Harold B. Wolf, but he goes by Bryce. Harold Wolf, Bryce Wolf. I think Bryce Wolf sounds like the better quarterback name. 4th and 7 from the 24. And that is Bryce Wolf with Dylan Fuller, already 2 touchdowns right next to him. And he's looking and just overthrows Nate Ogle. He had Williams wide open. Number 9, Colton Williams, just turned around and said, "You had me. I was open." but you can't blame Bryce Wolf for looking to Nate Ogle, because Nate Ogle has been that consistent threat for him, the great tight end, number 42. So that's a turnover on downs. Homestead's going to take over 1st and 10 at their own 24. 5:33 left to play in the third quarter. Spread formation, Jeffrey Watson in the backfield for Homestead. Ormsby, the quarterback. Ormsby dropping back, looking for Ben Skronik, and he's got him. The big wide receiver just plucked that ball out of the air. That's a gain of about 8. We'll call it 7 to the 31. Should bring up 2nd and 3. Skronik, you can see he's got the long arms. You get him in the open field, and this is going to be nearly impossible to tackle him one-on-one with that stiff arm. Ormsby, he's going to keep it himself on the read option. Pitch goes out to Lark, and Lark's going to pick up the first down, chased out of bounds by number 9, Colton Williams. John Lark, the senior, 6'1", 165. That'll bring up 1st and 10, ball at the 40. Spread, Watson in the backfield. Lark and Sanchez split out to the left. Up top, it's Jonah Watson and Skronik. Ormsby looking deep for Ben Skronik as he's double teamed by number 8 for the Knights, Austin Holiday, along with the great safety, number 16, Dylan Jordan, who already has an interception in this game. For Jordan, that's his 2nd interception of the season. East Noble as a team already has a handful of interceptions after their week 1 game against Northrop. So it looks like East Noble here manned up with the coverage. That allows Jordan to help help his DBs run right up the gut by Watson. Looks like he's going to pick up about 3 to the 42.5-yard line. Brings up 3rd and 8. So we got 2 safeties back here, so it's a cover 2 look for East Noble. In this spread formation for Ormsby, play action. Ormsby's going to run it himself, and he's got plenty of room to run as he slides safely into East Noble territory down at the 47-yard line. For East Noble in the area was Tristan Jones, number 25. Great play there by Logan Ormsby, as the middle was wide open to run. Big pickup for the Spartans. 1st and 10 from the 47. Spread formation, Watson in the backfield. 1 safety up top. Man coverage. Nope. And Ormsby doing a good job of eluding the big defensive lineman that was for East Noble, number 65, Sid Napier, at 6 foot 300. Napier got in the backfield. He was very disruptive. Finishing off the play was number 5, Ben Deo. Great linebacker for East Noble. He's going to bring up 2nd and 12, loss of 2 on the play. 2 deep here by the East Noble defense. As Jordan's going to creep up a little bit closer. Watson in the backfield. Ormsby looking deep. He's got Sanchez. Just through the hands of Sanchez. Good defense by number 9, Colton Williams. These 2 cornerbacks have been playing very well today. It's not an easy assignment to have to guard number 85, Carlos Sanchez, and number 10, Ben Skronik. So Ben Skronik up top. We got trips up top with Jonah Watson and Lark. Ormsby looking for Skronik. Big hit there by Jordan, knocks it loose. That's the 2nd time in this game that Skronik had bobbled the ball, and that time number 16, Dylan Jordan, was there to make sure that he did not haul down the completion. So on 4th and 12, that's going to bring up the punter, number 15, Drew Kazee. Back deep, it's number 22 for East Noble, Matt Stromat. Oh, and it's a block! And picking it up is Dylan Fuller for his 3rd touchdown of the game. It comes with 2 minutes and 54 seconds remaining. Folks getting in there with the block. I'm not sure if that was number 42, Nate Ogle, or if it was number 73 for East Noble, Hayden Weber. Keaton Osborne in on the block as well. Holy cow, what a change of events here. East Noble had 4th and 12 from, or Homestead had 4th and 12 from the East Noble 49, and a huge block. Picking it up was number 1, Dylan Fuller, for a 51-yard return. Teeter's PAT is up and good. Knights lead at 21-10. So 11-point advantage here by the Knights. And holy cow, you want to talk about getting pressure up the middle. There was about 3 or 4 East Noble players there. It was Keaton Osborne, I believe, with the block. I'm not able to check the replay up here. Otto and I are working on that for future productions. But once again, I believe that was Keaton Osborne, and it wasn't even close. There was about 3 Knights right there before the Homestead punter, Drew Kazee, could even really think to get that ball off. What a play by East Noble. And Dylan Fuller picking up his 3rd touchdown of the game. 11-point lead for the Knights as Teeters kicks it off. And now that Sanchez is going to have an opportunity to return this one. Dancing a little bit too much there in the backfield as he's going to be wrestled down right around the 24. They're going to say his forward progress was stopped there at the 24. Sanchez back there was looking for a seam as he has fantastic speed. Probably one of the faster players in the Fort Wayne area is number 85 for Homestead, Carlos Sanchez, the junior at 5'9", 150. Ball's going to be 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. So spread in the backfield is Drunell, Landon Drunell, and the handoff's going to go to him. Drunell inching forward. Looks like he's going to pick up maybe about 2 or 3. And earlier last night in the first quarter, in the first possession, Homestead had a hard time getting going. They brought in Landon Drunell, and he provided quite a spark. He's got that low center of gravity. He's a very stout running back, and he's got a quick burst. So Ormsby here, 2nd and 8 from the 26. And he's got Lark with the reception. Williams was right there. Colton Williams to make the tackle right away. But number 14, Jonah Watson with the great grab. Jonah Watson, number 14, who scored Homestead's only touchdown in this game. So Drunell in the backfield, 1st and 10 from the 48. Spread formation as we have Lark and Sanchez at the bottom of your screen. Up top, it's Jonah Watson and Ben Skronik. Ormsby, he's going to run it himself. Slide down right about the 46-yard line of East Noble. That'll be a pickup of about 6. Should bring up 2nd and 4. Coach Amstutz out on the field talking with the line judge. Jonah Watson and Lark, the inside receivers here in the spread. Ormsby in motion is Lark. Ormsby's going to hand it off to Durnell. Durnell just following his blockers right up the gut. A big gain of about 6 all the way to the 40. That's good enough for a first down. Bring up 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10 ball at the 41. In the backfield is Durnell. Spread formation, handoff. Ormsby's going to keep it himself. Pitch goes out to Lark. Lark runs over Williams and is ran out of bounds by number 5, Bendea. You heard it, a yellow flag on the field. East Noble fans want to hold. Lark shaken up a little bit on the play. I don't know if it's his right shoulder. And the call is going to go against Homestead. So Homestead's going to be driven back a little bit. And no, that penalty was downfield. I think it was a hold downfield. So, okay, it's a block in the back. So it's declined. We got a 1st and 8 here for Homestead. Durnell right next to Ormsby out of the shotgun. Ormsby looking downfield, looking for Sanchez. Beautiful, beautiful pass to Sanchez. But waiting right there was number 22 for East Noble, Matt Stromat, with a great hit. Sanchez, they're gonna call for the athletic trainer, as Sanchez was popped pretty good there. Ormsby had to thread the needle on that pass attempt, and it was just a little bit out in front of Sanchez, and that's where Stromat was waiting. Sanchez was double covered on the play as the players take a knee. Carlos Sanchez has been such a great player in this game. Unofficially, he may have close to about 50 yards receiving so far. Coach Chad Zalman is down with him to make sure everything is okay. Homestead athletic trainers are Todd Jenkins and Kendra Messer. Sanchez is up. He's got his helmet off. He's sitting up. Not sure if just had his bell run a little bit. And he's going to jog off the field here, so that's great to see, number 85. Carlos Sanchez, we sure do hope that he's able to return to this game, because he's one heck of a player. As you saw Ben Skronik over there with a little fist pump for his teammate. So it's going to be 2nd and 8 from the 39 after that incomplete pass. Into the game for Homestead is number 25, Gunnar Goebel, split out wide to the left here in the spread formation. Lark goes in motion, fake handoff. Ormsby's being pressured, and he splits two defenders. Might have been holding on the play as Gunnar Goebel, that ball goes right through his hands and hits him on the chest. Goebbels has not been used to being out on the field with the offense in this game. Had to come in on relief of Sanchez, and we're definitely in the area of hold as there is a bunch of hankies on the field. We've got 3. So that's going to back Homestead up another 5 yards. Oh, from the spot of the foul, it's going to back him up 10 yards. It's going to bring up second and long, looking about 21, 22 yards. The center for Homestead is number 54, Kyle McDonald. Right guard is number 66, Benjamin Lutz. Left guard looks to be number 75, Drew Erhammer. Spread formation, Ormsby has got Watson, Jeffrey Watson in the backfield with him. Looking downfield as Ormsby's got Lark thrown behind him. This defensive backfield for East Noble is fantastic, folks. They have been bracketing these receivers every time the ball is thrown. There seems to be about 3 or 4 defenders right around the intended receiver. Great game plan here by East Noble. Sometimes you'll see Dylan Jordan back by himself. Right now they got a cover 2 look. The other safety being Matt Stromat, who you saw came up with a big hit moments ago. Now on third down, screen pass goes to Watson. Watson's got some room to run. Watson gets tripped up at the 37-yard line, which will bring up a manageable 4th down. Manageable compared to the 3rd and 24. So it's going to bring up about 4th and 6. Gain of about 18 on the play there by Jeffrey Watson, number 23. Watson's a senior at 5'10", 170. 18 seconds and counting here in the 3rd quarter. Homestead's down 21-10. Lark in motion. Ormsby, screen pass set up for Watson. Watson's got blockers, and there's another flag. Looks like holding on Homestead as Watson takes it down to the 6. Jeffrey Watson going off here on the last 2 plays. Once again, Homestead with the holding penalty call. .3 seconds left here before the 3rd quarter, and Homestead's going to have to bring out their punting unit. Last time the punting unit was out on the field, it was a fumble return for a touchdown for Dylan Fuller and the East Noble Knights. Here, 4th and 23 from the 44, and the punt is off by Drew Kenzie, and East Noble once again the ball rolls back towards Homestead. So that's the 2nd time that's happened for the Spartans in 4 punts. That'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Knights from the 16 to start the 4th quarter. New Haven up right now, New Haven wins it 20-13 over DeKalb. Valpo leads LaPorte 13-0 with 8:20 left in the 2nd quarter. Wayne wins it 60-26 over Concordia. Wayne has scored 166 points throughout 3 games. That's very impressive. I believe they had 53 in week 1 against Anderson, 53 in week 2 against Kokomo. And in that game against Kokomo, they were down double digits, I believe, in the second quarter before coming back in the second half and winning that one. And then now putting up 60 points against Concordia. Look out for Wayne, Bishop Dwenger, and Snyder in the SAC. Of course, here in the NHC, East Noble and Homestead are pretty much showing you right now who's going to be atop the NHC. Carroll, New Haven will have something to say for that as well. So that is Wolf, and the handoff goes to Fuller. Fuller picking his way right up the gut for a large gain, all the way to about the 23-yard line. Gain of about 7. Brings up 1st and 10. Nope, 2nd and 4. Handoff goes to number 2, Wibble. Wibble taken down by number 45 for Homestead, Hunter Terrell. So it's 3rd down now and about 2, 3. Wolf finds Williams. Williams cutting up the middle of the field, and Williams breaks another tackle, gets over the 50. Williams now brought down at about the 44-yard line by number 84 for Homestead, Moses Gerardo, and we got another flag, looks like in the area of a personal foul for Homestead. Folks, Coach Chad Zalman is not going to be happy with all the hankies on the field called against the Spartans. If we were to look at the penalty yardage, and we do not have live stats to look at, but I've got to say it heavily favors East Noble. And that illegal use of the hands against East Noble. So spot of the foul there. So the flag, was not in the area of a personal foul. It was in the area of hands to the face mask, I do believe. So 1st and 10 from the 46. Double tight end set.
Get him off the ball, he's on. Still on. He's still on.
Pistol formation here. Double tight end set for Wolf. Bryce Wolf barking out the signals. He's got Fuller lined up behind him. Up top is Williams, Colton Williams. Dylan Jordan down low, another flag. Illegal procedure called on East Noble. Gonna back them up to their own 41. We'll bring up 1st and about 15. Fuller in the backfield. Double tight. Coming off the line is Keaton Osborne. Jordan up, Osborne to the right wing. Heavy formation to the right as Fuller's gonna follow Osborne. And nice tackle once again by Hunter Terrell. Fuller riding as blockers, Nate Ogle and Keaton Osborne. Not sure if number 45, Hunter Terrell, is the younger brother to Zach Terrell, the fantastic quarterback from Western Michigan. 2nd 9 ball at the 47. No go off. Williams comes back on Ogle now left wing formation. Handoff goes to Fuller following Ogle. He's brought down from behind. That was number 84 with the tackle, Moses Gerardo. Gerardo showing some good sportsmanship there, helping Fuller off the turf. Moses Gerardo playing that right defensive end. Well, right outside backer position, more of a rush end type if it was a 4-3 look. Wolf looking deep, and he gets hit hard. That was number 87, and Gunnar Goebel back there. Number 87 is Luke Cooper. It's gonna bring up 4th and 8. Punting situation for East Noble, and they're gonna have to punt it with their quarterback, Bryce Wolf. Homestead saying watch the ball. They might be drawing them offside. No one back deep for the Spartans. And I don't know about that one. If I'm Homestead, I'm putting someone back there deep because it was almost guaranteed that East Noble is going to have to kick it there, having the ball at their own 48-yard line. So, and that punt's going to roll all the way down to the 4-yard line. Like we say, field position is very, very important in these tight key matchups. And now Homestead's going to start off 1st and 10 from their own 4. And we know East Noble can bring the pressure with their nose tackle, the big man, number 65, Sid Napier, along with Keaton Osborne, an all-conference defensive end. Also, middle backer Ben Deo, and number 24, David Salazar. So Ormsby trips to the right, play action pass intended for Jonah Watson, thrown behind him. That'll bring up 2nd and 10. And for Coach Chad Zalman, not a bad idea to pass the ball here every down, as you really don't want any more time to tick off this clock down by 11 with 8:37 left to play in the 4th. As you see the East Noble offense down here at the near sideline getting some instruction from their coaches. They got the dry erase board set up there. 2nd down and 10. Ormsby with Watson, Jeffrey Watson right next to him. Lark in motion, trips formation to the right. Ormsby looking downfield, evades one rusher. He's got Lark at the 15, down to the 16-yard line, tackled by Dylan Jordan, the safety. Nice pickup of about 12 on the play. Will bring up 1st and 10. First and 10 from the 16. Ormsby has Watson right next to him. Spread formation. Ormsby looking to the right. Checks it. It has Sanchez. Sanchez breaks one tackle and falls down all the way at the 46. And we've got a flag on the play. That looks to be, the ref was looking right at number 8 for East Noble, Austin Holliday. And we'll see what the flag is. Personal foul against East Noble. And Sanchez once again is slow to get up, but what a snag. Sanchez just picked that ball out of the air, watched it right into his hands. He is up and running off the field. And that's what you like to see there. Carlos Sanchez just shaking up a little bit and then running right off the field. Coach Zolman coming out on the field, making sure that his wide receiver's okay. He was not too happy about the extracurriculars that took place during that play. It's going to bring up 1st and 10 from the East Noble 44. Clock is ticking, 8:05 left here in the 4th. Ormsby out of the shotgun, looking to his left, screen pass for Jeffrey Watson. Watson cutting it up all the way to about the 33-yard line, And the ref is taken down in the backfield. Not sure what happened there. Defensive backfield as he got tied up with number 25 for East Noble, Tristan Jones. And Dylan Jordan goes over there just to make sure ref's okay. That was interesting. It's going to bring up 1st and 10, ball at the 33. Great screen pass. The offensive lineman for Homestead did a wonderful job of setting that one up. Ormsby did as well, finding Jeffrey Watson, who carved it up for the first down. Handoff goes to Watson this time once again. Up the gut, was able to break the 1 tackle, 2 tackles, and it's a fumble picked up by Homestead's number 25, Gunnar Goebel. That'll be a first down for Homestead. Ball down at the 22, pickup of 11 on the play. With the tackle there for East Noble was Bendeo, number 5. Spread formation, Jeffrey Watson in the backfield, Jonah Watson, inside receiver to the right. Lark in motion, whistles blow. Okay, so 7:14 and ticking, 1st and 10 from the 22. Ormsby looking for Watson. That one was snuffed out by the all-conference defensive end, number 6, Keaton Osborne. Loss of about 3 on the play. Ball placed at the 25. Homestead needs to get to about the 11.5, 12-yard line for a first down. Brings up 2nd and 13. Jeffrey Watson in the backfield with Ormsby. In motion is Lark. Logan fakes the handoff, looking downfield. He's going to take it himself, cuts it outside. Now the pass finds a wide open Gunnar Goebel for the touchdown. 25-yard strike. Logan Ormsby to Gunnar Goebel for the score. Ormsby dropping back out of the shotgun. Looked like he was going to take it himself and run it up, but the hole started to collapse. So Ormsby pulled it back up and found a wide open number 25, Gunnar Goebel. He had nobody around him. Gunnar walks into the end zone, and the score is now 21-6. Homestead within 5 with 6:28 left on the clock here in the 4th quarter. What a game we got here at David Walters Stadium. Homestead's gonna go for 2 here. Ormsby looking for Lark. Jackson goes to Jonah Watson for the 2-point conversion. What a great looking play there. You don't normally see people going to convert 2 out of the spread, but Homestead showing that the spread is their offense, and they kept it down there at the 3. Swing pass out to Jonah Watson, who carved it up and was just able to find the pylon for the extra 2. (21-18). That is such a crucial play there, because now Homestead can tie it up with a field goal. .6:28 left to play in this game. East Noble will get the ball back with a 3-point lead. Once again, setting up that 2-point conversion back in the 3rd quarter was a field goal by number 8, Jack Dugan, who hit a 25-yarder, and that gave Homestead the lead 10-7. It's been nothing but touchdowns on the board, though, for East Noble. So Coach Solomon saw an opportunity there to pull his team within 3. If they were to convert that 2-point conversion, that's exactly what Jonah Watson did when Logan Ormsby found him in the flats on the left-hand side. And Watson was able to find the pylon. To receive this kick is going to be Jake Torrey. Torrey running up the middle, cuts it outside. Nice block by Williams as Torrey is going to take it all the way to the 40. Man, this is a heated game, folks. Both coaching staffs are extremely animated. It's been a great, hard-fought game. 6:20 left to play, and just 3 points separate the two. Ball is at the 41-yard line of East Noble to start this possession for the great senior quarterback, number 15, Bryce Wolf. Wolf's got a wing back right next to him along with wide receiver. Heavy formation to the left. The pitch goes to Wibble. Wibble's got room up the gut as he gets hit hard by Mathis. Nonetheless, a gain of about 7 or 8 on the play as you see Gunnar Goebel helping Wibble off the turf. And we're going to see what the flag is. Mathis coming up holding his right shoulder as he has been hitting hard in this game. Dylan Fuller back in. He's going to come in for Wibble for East Noble. Fuller a little bit more of a heavier back. Wibble more elusive, a little bit lighter frame. In this short yardage formation, I can see where you bring in Fuller. And I think they're just going to pick up the flag there. So the gain of 8 stands, second of 2 from the 49-yard line for East Noble. Wolf with a pitch, this time to Fuller. Fuller is going to pick up the first down. He did a great job of securing that ball as Gunnar Goebel, the heads-up senior safety, who's got to be almost double-digit tackles in this game to go along with his touchdown. But Goebel was looking to strip that ball away. Fuller did a good job of securing it. Dylan Fuller, the junior running back, he wears number 1 for the Knights. Two wide receivers up top. Jordan down low. And illegal formation for East Noble. There was all kinds of stuff going on that play. So it was 1st and 10 from the Homestead 48. You saw Nate Ogle move from right tight end to left wing. And I think he needed to go down into the tight end position because Jordan came off the line. And then there was something happening at the top of the screen. Nonetheless, loss of 5. I think it was illegal motion. Loss of 5 on the play. Clock's going to wind back up, 5:20 and counting here in the 4th quarter with East Noble up. That's a huge play right there, backing them up. East Noble's going to want to keep it on the ground to keep that clock running. And the pitch this time goes to number 3, who cuts it up and is hit and taken down by number 66. That was Jake Torrey with the run. And with the tackle is number 56 for Homestead, Eric Elston, 6 foot, 225-pound inside backer. He mans that inside backer spot with Hunter Terrell. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6, gain of 9 on the play. Nate Oden, right wing position. 2 wide receivers up top in the backfield. Looks to be Wibble, I think, number 2. It is not. It's Fuller who takes the pitch, and he's running up the gut. He breaks 1 tackle before being wrestled down by Goebel. But Fuller, who lost his helmet, he's going to have to come off the field for a play because he lost his helmet. Picks up the first down. Clock stops on the first down, and it's going to start up now at 4:16 and counting. 21-8 is your score. Nate Ogle at the right wing. 2 wide receivers up top. Wibble in the backfield this time. Wide receiver down below is Colton Williams up top, and the handoff goes to Whipple, and he is stuffed. Number 24 in on the tackle, along with number 45, Terrell. Number 24 for the Spartans is David Meredith. Folks, New Haven did come back and win that game against DeKalb, so DeKalb will fall to 2-1. New Haven still 3-0 atop the NHC. They are a powerhouse in the NHC now. New Haven is. They have been for the past 3 or 4 years, ever since Harding closed. Nate Ogle, right wing position, and that's Fuller, offset left to Wolf. Wolf looking for Williams, just thrown out a little bit in front of him. Uh-oh, that stops the clock. 3:15, the clock is stopped at 3rd and 11. Huge, huge play here in this game. East Noble up by 3. This is as big as it gets right here. 21-18, 3:15. And Wolf once again to Fuller. Fuller looks like he is going to take it all the way to the 26-yard line after being hit hard by number 17, Carson Cox. So it's going to bring up a 4th and 2. East Noble looking to go for it. And Fuller breaks one tackle from Terrell. And he's going to take it all the way down to the 3.5-yard line. Wow, Dylan Fuller. He is making a statement for the player of the game. Really, he might be the player of the week in the whole area of Fort Wayne after this game right here. Dylan Fuller is having. He broke 1 or 2 tackles. One of those broke tackles was number 45, the outstanding inside backer at 6'2", 180, Hunter Terrell. Woo! What a play by Dylan Fuller. They had 4th and 2 there. If Homestead would have stopped them, then Homestead for sure would have a great shot of taking this game over. But right now, East Noble leads it by 3. And they're going to keep the ball on the ground. If Coach Amstutz can get a touchdown here, that's okay. If it takes them 3 or 4 downs to do it, even better, because that means the time is ticking away. And folks, we got 2 timeouts left for East Noble, 3 for Homestead, 2:30 and counting, as Nate Ogle is going to move to the left wing position with the left tight end. And Dylan Fuller is going to be taken down at the 4. We got a timeout going to be called by Coach Chad Zolman, as about 3 seconds ticked off the clock after Coach Zolman initially signaled for the timeout. So we got 2:18 left here in the 4th, and it's going to be 2nd goal from the 1 for the East Noble Knights. Wow, folks, wow. Now, if East Noble is able to score a touchdown, and get the PAT, the score will then be 28-18. Homestead will be down by 2. They definitely have the explosive offense to get down the field in a hurry. But I don't think you're going to be able to look for that all in one pass with the great safety Dylan Jordan playing back kind of as that center fielder for East Noble. So you're really going to have to pick apart East Noble if you're looking for an 85-yard drive to pull within 3 for Homestead. They're going to have to hit those 10 and outs at the sideline so their receivers can quickly get out of bounds to stop the clock. Once again, both teams with 2 timeouts left. Now, East Noble is most undoubtedly going to keep the ball on the ground. So like Gunnar Goebel was trying to do earlier in this game, get a hand on it, strip it away, hard hits, see if we can cause a turnover. 2:18, 2nd goal, ball at the 4. And we got Nate Ogle at the right wing. Pitch goes over to Dylan Fuller, who runs in for a touchdown. Dylan Fuller with his 4th touchdown of the game. 3 of them rushing, 1 of them on a fumble recovery. Holy cow, Dylan Fuller, you will never forget this night. What a great game. Puts East Noble up 27-18. Fuller took the pitch, little misdirection there. He ran right around the left end and in for the score. Number 21 Teeters, PAT, we got a whistle being blown. Holy cow, Dylan Fuller. And this offense for East Noble, they go double tights, double wings, trips. I've seen all kinds of stuff. It's fun to watch. Teeters, the PAT attempt. It's up, and it's good. So East Noble takes the 28-18 lead here with 2:14 left to play. Wow, what a game. What a game. Can't say enough about the quarterback, Bryce Wolf. You know, I've seen him down here. I'm right in front of the East Noble sideline. I've seen Bryce Wolf over here running up and down, cheering up, coaching up his teammates. He is a fantastic leader. I'm sure Ormsby is doing the same on the opposite sideline, but I am right here in front and right down. You see Bryce Wolf, as he's always got pats on the back for his O-linemen who have done a great job in this game. And you got to remember, East Noble graduated 4 great offensive linemen from a year ago, led by Connor Holcomb, who is now at the University of St. Francis. And we got 2:14 left in this game, a 10-point lead for East Noble. And East Noble, or Homestead's hoping that Carlos Sanchez receives this one and takes it to the house, but they're going to kick it away from him and kick it to Lark. Sanchez lead blocking. Lark, huge block. I'm not sure if that was a block in the back. Lark's got to get upfield. He's got to stop taking time away from the Homestead offense. Homestead, oh, and we got a late hit on the sideline. That could be big, actually. If that's a late hit against East Noble, and, well, the other one looks to be a block in the back, might be offsetting penalties. This game has had a little bit of everything, including lightning that was all around us yesterday. Folks, I'm not sure who is on the turf for East Noble, and their athletic trainer is Megan Goss. I would like to take this opportunity to point out Luke Amstutz, the head coach. The assistant coaches for East Noble are Jim Abbs, Ryan Robertson, Ty Bloomfield, Christian Jarrett, Bob Foster, Cliff Hannon, Mike Smith, Rick Hollett, Nick Masimikchuk. And coming off for East Noble is number 18, Hunter De La Rosa. So happy to see him walking off the field. He looks to be okay. Charlie Barnum, also a assistant coach for East Noble. These guys put so much time in for their student athletes at each of these respective schools. So wanted to give a big shout out to the coaching staff of both Homestead and East Noble. Folks, remember, you can watch this game archived online, summitcitysports.com, and it'll also play on Public Access 2, Channel 57, and Frontier, Channel 27, Comcast 57, next Saturday. So Ormsby's got Lark in motion, Jeffrey Watson in the backfield. Ormsby's looking downfield, and he's got number 85, Sanchez. Ball was thrown just a little bit short of Sanchez, so that'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 21. 1:58 left in this game, folks. 1:58, and East Noble holds the 10-point advantage. Ormsby looking for Ben Skronik. Reached behind him to pick that ball out of the air. Takes it to about the 29-30 yard line. Gain of about 8 on the play. Clock is running, though, at 1:43 and ticking. Ormsby back with Watson. Ormsby looking over for Skronik. He's covered. It's got Sanchez overthrown. It's going to bring up 4th and 2. .134, 4th and 2. Ormsby, shotgun formation, is going to hand it off to Watson to pick up that first down. He busts it out wide and wisely runs out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. That's what you got to do if you're Homestead right now, is look for a 5 and out so you're there at the sideline, or do what you did right there, because Watson has the ability to bust it out wide. He picks up the first down, and we got 1st and 10, ball at the 36 now. We got trips right, Sanchez wide out to the left. Ormsby with Jeffrey Watson in the backfield, looking downfield for Sanchez, and he's got him. Sanchez is going to get out of bounds right at the 45-yard line of East Noble. Clock stops at 1:20. We got a ball game, folks. Homestead is driving here and doing a good job of stopping this clock. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the East Noble 45. That last formation was trips to the right. We got a spread formation now with Jeffrey Watson in the backfield. Remember, Ormsby, if the middle opens up, he can run it. Homestead's got 1 timeout left, looking for Skronik, and that pass was thrown way too high, even too high for the 6'4" big-time wide receiver, Ben Skronik. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10, 1:15 on the clock, 10-point advantage for East Noble. Coach Chad Zalman and the Spartans getting the play signaled in. As you see, they got 3 quarterbacks over there signaled in. They wear the red caps, so they're easily identified on the sideline for Logan Ormsby. And wow, Lark almost hit that snap. The pass to Jeffrey Watson, incomplete. Weird play there. That ball, it looks like it had to be snapped low because it literally would have hit John Lark, who was in motion. Interesting. Nonetheless, incomplete pass is okay because the clock stops at 1:11. 3rd and 10, you got 2 more downs to pick up the first down. Spread, Jeffrey Watson in the backfield. Ormsby sends Lark in motion, and whistles blow. Timeout by East Noble, head coach Luke Amstutz. Let's recap the scoring real quick. In the first quarter, it was Dylan Fuller with a 6-yard rushing touchdown. East Noble up 7-0. Second quarter, which happened today, it was a handoff to Jonah Watson, 14 yards for a touchdown. We're tied up at 7 heading into the half. And then Homestead with a 25-yard field goal by their kicker, Jack Dugan. Homestead takes the 10-7 lead. And then it's a 2-yard run by Dylan Fuller, 14-7 East Noble. And then a blocked punt picked up by Fuller, returned for a touchdown, 21-10. And then Ormsby found Gunnar Goebel, 25-yard touchdown pass, and a 2-point conversion was good. It was a pass to Jonah Watson that brought Homestead within 3, but then a 4-yard plunge by Dylan Fuller, and East Noble's back up 28-18 at the 2:14 mark. We got 1:11 now, 3rd and 10. Lark in motion, fake handoff as Ormsby's thrown it up. And that ball is intercepted by number 25 for East Noble, Tristan Jones. East Noble with their second interception of the game. A couple kneel downs, and that'll ice it for the Knights. Looks like for Tristan Jones, his first interception of the season. Stroman's got 2, Holiday's got 2, Salazar's got 1, Jordan's got 2, Brooks has got 1, Williams has got 1, Ogle's got 1, Holiday's got 1. Holy cow. East Noble, they are an interception machine. Woo! Let's bring up 1st and 10 from the 29, 1:06 left to play. They're going to keep it on the ground with 2 wide receivers to the left. Wolf, and he's going to have to fall on that one as Wibble was looking to cover him up. And 25-second play clocks. We got a timeout. Coach Zalman, not a whole lot of options right here with 1:01 left in this game and only 1 timeout. Both teams with only 1 timeout. So 2nd 14, loss of 4 on the play. Bryce Wolf out of the shotgun. Pitch goes to Dylan Fuller. Fuller's going to pad his stats and pad him big time. It was 2nd 14 from the 25, and Dylan Fuller. Holy cow! Dylan Fuller. I'm going to call it right now. This is one of the best performances of the year by the junior number 1, Dylan Fuller. Took that mini pitch from Bryce Wolf around the right end, and he's got the speed to leave the Spartans in his dust. 34-18 now is your score after Dylan Fuller takes his 75 yards for the score. Teeter's looking for the PAT, and it's good. The East Noble Knights getting her done here Saturday morning, an 11 a.m. start. We started this game with, I believe it was 3:14 left to play in the first. There was only 49.4 seconds left to play in this game. Folks, I will head down at the conclusion to get some sound bites for you. But holy cow, Dylan Fuller at 5'10", 195, has had himself a game. And Dylan, we just want you to know that you can watch this game on Comcast Channel 57 next Saturday at 10:30 a.m. and Frontier Channel 27, and also at SummitCitySports.com. We will have this game up for you fans and players and the college coaches out there that want to see what Fort Wayne, Indiana area high school football is doing here in Northeast Indiana. And I'm telling you, Fort Wayne represents on the football field. To name a few names, Jalen Smith, who is an All-American candidate, sophomore linebacker at Notre Dame, along with Drew Tranquil, the true freshman safety, getting playing time in the NFL. You've got Tyler Eifert with the Cincinnati Bengals, Anthony Spencer, defensive end for the Dallas Cowboys, as that little squib kick's going to roll out of bounds. Really looked like an onside kick more than a squib, but hey, huge shout out to the East Noble offensive line. They may have graduated a bunch last year, but hello, these kids can play as well. And holy cow, Dylan Fuller, the NHC Homestead is going to take its first loss. Homestead, just a dominant performance in week 1 and 2, especially last week where they didn't kick off till nearly midnight. Some of those fans didn't get home till 5 a.m. The handoff goes to, as we got a bunch of new players into the game, number 40 for Homestead, Adam Lutz, the new quarterback for the Spartans, number 15, Drew Kazee. And that'll do it as time ticks down. Folks, I am going to head down for some post-game reactions. Once again, the handoff with 20 seconds left. The clock's going to stop at 19:09. This is a good opportunity for some Spartans to get into the game. Once again, that's number 40, Adam Lutz. We got some of the backups for East Noble also onto the field. And boy, it's an exciting feeling. I don't care what point of the game you're in. When you're, a sophomore or junior on the JV team, and then your number gets called to get into the varsity game, ooh, gives you chills, man. That's a great feeling. And some of these guys are getting that opportunity right now. Granted, the clock's ticking down, and it looks like East Noble's going to take the 35-18 victory here against Homestead, and that'll do it. Folks, we're going to head down for some post-game reactions. Dylan Fuller, 4 touchdowns tonight?
5.
Ended up being
4
5.
today, 1 yesterday.
Okay, well, that's right. 4 today and 1 yesterday. I'm going to start off with that blocked punt. What happened on that play?
Keaton Osborne's a great player, and he got through there. He knew he was going to get it. He blocked it, came out. We practiced all week about how to scoop up a fumble and run with it. And he made an amazing play. He's an amazing player, and I just happened to be in the right spot to pick it up and take it back.
And Dylan, a lot was made of losing 4 offensive linemen coming into this season, and your offensive line paved the way for you today. What an outstanding performance.
Yes, they are. They're all juniors, and they're really great. They were expected to step in their roles, and they did.
And then take us through that last touchdown run. I know you guys were just trying to bury the clock, and it ends up being a 70-yarder, 75-yarder for a touchdown.
That last touchdown, I talked to my tight end, and he said, it's better than 4 touchdowns? 5. My quarterback said, give me 1 more passing touchdown. So I ran my heart off, just happened to get to the outside, nobody was there, and I just took it to the house.
Sure did. That was a great win. Thank you.
Thank you.
Keaton Osborne with the big block there on that punt, which your teammates scooped up and scored in a touchdown. Take us through that play. It seemed like you guys knew the snap count or something. You were in the backfield right away.
Special teams has been a big deal this week. We've been focusing on that. We have a strong punt block, I believe, and if you just step in, they bite down hard, and you got to get to the punt. There's a statistic that our coach tells us about 98% of the time, if you block a punt, you're going to win the ball game.
Absolutely. Well, your defensive backfield, I was very impressed with their play today. It looked like there was a lot of man coverage, a little bit of cover two with that spread offense, that high-octane, powerful offense that Homestead brings. But just speak of the play to your defensive backfield and the defense as a whole to limit this team to 18 points on their turf.
Oh, it's awesome. They outscored teams 88-18 before we came in. Our DBs, I swear to God, there's no nastier kids I've ever seen in a school before. Dylan, Jordan, Matthew, Stromat, dude, they are animals. You can't walk by them without giving them a dirty look, or they're going to be on you. They're just dirty guys, and that's what we need at East Noble.
And in week number 3 to get this win against Homestead, what's that mean for the program heading into the middle and end of the regular season?
It's a big deal to get Homestead. We're rivals this year, it seems like. The NHC titles, we're on the driver's seat for that. We got to keep chugging along. We got DeKalb next week. We can't overlook anybody like we did last year with Norwell. We just got to keep playing hard. We got to take every game one at a time.
Coach Luke Amstutz, just a great, fantastic game here by your team. Started off on Friday night with Dylan's touchdown there, and then you guys picked it up. Seemed like Homestead had a little bit of momentum heading into the game earlier today, but then that blocked punt just seemed to turn the tides.
That's something we talk about all the time, how blocking a punt, when you block a punt, you win, and especially when you pick it up and run for a touchdown, and those are little things that people don't always practice, but we start teaching our 7th and 8th graders and 9th graders, and we demand that they try to block every punt because you're going to get one and it's going to win you a big game. And it was aggressive play. Keaton Osborne, just an awesome play, and that really changed the momentum big time. And I thought our both sides of the ball played solid enough that we were able to come out.
Absolutely. And offensively, Coach, it seemed like you had Homestead guessing. You got the double tight formation. You'll switch to a wing and a tight end formation. So a lot happening with your offense. And the running game, led by Dylan Fuller, it was outstanding today.
It was really good, and Weibel as well, and Bryce Wolf. And, I thought our tight ends played a lot better than they did last week. And we are able to keep them off balance and, force people to kind of play some base defense. And as long as you play aggressive and, good things are going to happen, and we did that today.
I'd like to talk about your defensive backfield real quick. Limiting this high-octane offense, looked like you had a little bit of man and a little bit of cover 2 back there to cover this spread offense, but just speak to the play of your defense today.
Yeah, we knew in our base defense that we play, their receivers were too good, and they were too good at attacking base cover 2, and so we mixed it up a lot, and we played some 3 and some man under 2, and we were able to keep them guessing a little bit, and that's a good receiving core, man. It really is, and I'm super proud of our kids for just playing physical and never stop believing.
So does this put East Noble in the driver's seat now, winning this Week 3 matchup, the first NHC game of the year?
It puts you at 1-0 in the conference, and then next week we play DeKalb. I don't know what they did today, but
they lost to New Haven.
They lost to New Haven. Well, it's DeKalb and East Noble is an absolute war all the time, and that's going to be a fun game next week.
Chad Zalman, entering today. Yesterday, obviously they scored the touchdown, and we had about 3 minutes left to play in the first, and it seemed like Homestead was really clicking here to start today. Then we got into the third quarter, and some penalties really seemed to stall some of your drives. Just kind of talk to the second half today and Homestead's momentum.
Well, we made too many mistakes, that's for sure, and whether it be penalties or had a couple turnovers that cost us, and took us out of some drives. So play a good team like that, and eventually they're going to capitalize, and that's what happened. And so, and my hat's off to them that played us.
It was a great game by East Noble today, and especially against your spread offense. Nobody's going to deny that this is one of the most high-powered offenses in the area, but they were really mixing it up with their safety look. They'd have 1 safety back, 2 safeties. Did that kind of throw you guys for a loop a little bit, or?
We kind of expected that. It wasn't like we hadn't seen it, but I don't think we executed. This is probably the 3 games we played. This was the least well executed by us. So some of the things we did, were just uncharacteristic of us. We dropped more footballs today than I think we have all year. Things like that come back to haunt you, and I think that was part of it.
And defensively, they were mixing it up with double tight, and they also brought that wing in. Their power running game, was that hard to handle today as well?
Well, that little shovel, they was really effective there for them in the last couple quarters. So we got to go back to the drawing board a little bit and see what we can do to fix some things. But they were effective with that play today.
Now, how do you kind of see the NHC, the outlook right now? Homestead at 0-1, Carroll's at 1-0, New Haven's at 1-0, East Noble, but a lot of games to be played, Coach.
Yeah, it's early. I mean, that's okay. We just don't want to, you don't want to start the season like this. But it is what it is. We got to fight through, and we'll just take care of what we can take care of,